That's right, everybody, it's Christmas. Well, it's nearly Christmas. Welcome back to Joe English. Today we have an only English video where I speak 100% in English, and we're going to be talking about Christmas traditions and Christmas vocabulary. Let's go. Now remember, I want to know how much of this video you understand and how many new words you learn. So please write in the comments, let me know. I'm going to be speaking in this video at a good pace, a natural pace, so a good B2 level, okay? So if you can understand, fantastic. If not, don't worry, put the subtitles on and you can listen and read at the same time. So, what do you think of my hat? I know, it's a bit silly, isn't it? So what do you think of my jumper? This is a Christmas jumper. Now, in Britain, everybody has a Christmas jumper, and the sillier, the better. This is the whole point of Christmas jumpers. They're not meant to be fashionable or trendy. They are meant to be as bad as possible. As you can see, I've gone for a pretty standard Rudolph with his red nose, a pretty boring standard one, but there are some great, fantastic Christmas jumpers you can get. And even at work, for example, or at schools, they now have Christmas Jumper Day, where everybody needs to come in their Christmas jumper. And it's just a way of getting into that Christmassy feeling and start to enjoy the festivities. I must say, this is the one time of the year I prefer to be in Britain, only because it feels a lot more Christmassy. For example, here in Italy, on the 8th of December, everyone decorates their houses and puts up their Christmas trees. But in England, we do it a long time before that. Often we do it in November, or even some people, as soon as Halloween finishes, they start getting ready for Christmas. Now, to be honest, I think that's a little bit too early. However, I think it is nice to start before the 8th. The end of November is fine. The only annoying thing, though, is when you're going around shops, you start hearing Christmas songs already from October, and I think that's a bit overkill, to be honest. So let's talk a bit about decorating our houses and our Christmas trees. In Britain, most people, not everybody, but most people have a Christmas wreath on their front door. And originally they were made out of ivy and holly with the nice red holly berries. But to be honest, some of them now are plastic and they're bought and they're just hung up. Although I still prefer the ones that are handmade. One thing we don't do in Britain is we don't create a nativity scene like you do here in Italy. But what we do in schools, primary schools for the young children, is that they put on a nativity play where all the children act out the nativity. And it's brilliant because obviously the children forget their lines, they don't know where to stand or what they're doing, but it is really, really good fun for the parents and the teachers, for everybody to get involved. Obviously with our Christmas trees, we have lots of baubles all over them, tinsel, and obviously we have the obligatory tacky Christmas lights. Tacky means something with no class, and it's really strange because these are the bright red, yellow, green lights that we only put up at Christmas. We would never dream of putting them up at any other time, but for Christmas it seems okay. Other Christmas traditions that we have in Britain are carol singing. A carol is a traditional Christmas type song. And what used to happen in the past was groups of children would go round from house to house singing, and then the owners of the house would maybe give them some chocolate or a little bit of money. Now, as time has gone on, this tradition has changed slightly. It's quite rare to see groups of children going around on their own, obviously for safety reasons. So now what a lot of places do, especially smaller villages and schools, they have a Christmas carol concert where everybody will meet in one place at a certain time and everybody will sing carols together. Unfortunately, this year with COVID, this is one of the things that I think is going to suffer because obviously people cannot get into big groups and sing like they normally do. Another wonderful Christmas tradition that we have in Britain that just doesn't exist here is sending Christmas cards. If you go into a house in Britain around this time of the year, you will see loads of Christmas cards. Because what happens is people will say, Merry Christmas, Happy Christmas. They'll write it in a card and they'll send it off to their friends and family all around the country. And it's just a nice little greeting for Christmas. And what people normally do is that they hang these cards up in their house. So again, when you go into a house, it looks really Christmassy and really festive. So it's a lovely, lovely idea, that. One other Christmas tradition that unfortunately is going to suffer a lot this year is a Christmas do. A do. Now, a do is not a verb in this case, it's a noun, and it means a type of party, a type of get together. So, for example, work will have a Christmas do, where everybody will go to a restaurant and they'll all have a Christmas meal. And these Christmas do's start in November and go on until January. So it's not that they have to happen the week before Christmas. But again, it's just a nice way of socialising with all of your work colleagues. So what's the most annoying thing about Christmas in Britain? Like I've mentioned, it has to be the continuous Christmas songs playing non-stop anywhere you go. In shops, in bars, in restaurants, on the radio, everywhere. From the end of October, it's Christmas, Christmas, Christmas. Like I said, I think this is a bit too much. We could maybe hold off a little bit and start playing the Christmas songs a little bit later, maybe mid-November. I'm also going to be doing another Christmas special where I talk only about Christmas Day and what we do in Britain on Christmas Day. Okay, so that's going to be another only English special coming out next week. Thank you very much. I hope it's been useful. I hope you've enjoyed this, learning a little bit about British culture. I'll see you soon.